Hello there, and welcome to Sneak Peek Week. I hope you're ready to freak, because we got another video coming at you. Okay, well, technically this one isn't a sneak peek. Really, I just wanted to put this video together to kind of catch you up on all the things that you might notice are different when you log in to the new and improved Boom Beach. So, just to get the paperwork out of the way, this is being recorded on the dev build, which of course means no, level 80 isn't in the game for reals. It is what it is. And also, things may not be as they appear because, really, I like to think of it with an alternate reality, sort of, all parallel universe approach of this is the universe of things that could be, but maybe aren't necessarily going to happen. But let's start off with obviously the prototype defenses. 2 videos already made. I'm going to throw the links there, so if you haven't watched them, click on them, check them out. It's tons of fun, and I don't know. I think they're both very cool. They both have their own niche. Their own niche that they fill because it shuts down certain troop types. It helps kind of push things into a more varied existence. Anyways, that's not what I'm actually going to talk about. What I'm going to talk about is the weapons lab, which is where you build your prototypes, if you didn't know that already. So weapons lab number 1, I'm going to throw down on the old upgrade button, and if you're really, really good at memorizing numbers, you will notice these numbers seem a little bit different. If you're not good at memorizing numbers, reference Wiki, because that's what I always do. Wiki, thank you Boom Beach Wiki for having all of the information anyone could ever possibly need in order to do this. So, okay, I'm going to start off with level 2 because it was already built, but back in the day, as you can see, it was over 2 million for wood and stone and pushing 1 million for iron to upgrade to level 2. As you can see, that ain't the case anymore. I was gonna say that ain't the case no more, but I didn't want to do a double thing. Alright, hey, I don't know if the grammar police are watching. I gotta cover my back, okay? Now, so that's cool. We know that level 2 has been dropped, and we're going to kick in the movie magic and fast forward time in the universe by a day. A day and 9 hours, I guess, technically. Okay, so as you'll notice, level 3 of Ye Old Weapons Lab, back in the day, in the olden days in Boom Beach, when cannons did double damage. Well, the Weapons Lab level 3 upgrade cost just over 3 million wood, 2.5 million stone, and like 1.5 iron. I'm rounding greatly here. As you can see now, you're down to like 2.5, 2, and just over 1. So big decreases in the costs of upgrading the weapons factory. I'm gonna actually drop in here because I know I did give some information on when you can build the prototypes. It turns out I was very wrong. No one cares about HQ. The only time HQ really starts to kick in is because you need certain levels on the weapons lab, which requires certain levels of the headquarters. So much like all the other prototypes, Grappler level 1 can be built, level 2 can be built as long as you have Weapons Lab 3, and level 4 for the Grappler 3. Wow, that was a lot of numbers and probably really confusing, so I'm going to try breaking this down simple like. So, Grappler 2 requires Weapons Lab 3. Grappler 3 requires Weapons Lab 4. Hopefully that makes way more sense. Alright, Hot Pot, same sort of deal. In order to do Hot Pot level 2, we need Weapons Lab level 3. And to do Hot Pot level 3, we need Weapons Lab level 4. Wow. Okay, that means at HQ 18, which is when you're allowed to build Weapons Lab number 4, you could, in theory, drop level 3 Hot Pot and level 3 Grappler and smoke some fools trying to invade your base. Because at HQ 18, I can't imagine much standing up to that kind of defense. Okay, so now I'm going to initiate my superpowers of time travel once again. We're going to go from the Weapons Lab 2 to 3. Holy crow, that was fast. Alright, good stuff. So, as you can see now, we've got upgrading to Weapons Lab number 4, which back in the day used to cost 3.9 million wood, 3.6 stone, and 2.3 iron. All of those have been greatly slashed. It's like a clearance sale on Weapons Labs. I don't know why. But you know what? This isn't enough. We're going on to 5 once we travel through time. I guess one more time. Holy smokes. Okay, so upgrading to Weapons Lab number 5 back in the day used to cost almost 5 million. 4.9 of everything. Now you're looking at a mere 4.6 million of every resource. I tell you, this is ridiculous. I almost wish I hadn't maxed out my Weapons Lab already, because I could have saved so much money. Well, no, that's not true. I thoroughly enjoyed stomping some fools and stealing their intels. Anyways, well, you don't steal intel, but I steal their resources. Yes. Let's travel through time one last time. Okay, so we now have a Weapons Lab number 5 maxed out, thank goodness, because everybody wants a maxed out Weapons Lab. Alright, so now that we've covered how much less the Weapons Lab costs, I also wanted to point out some of the changes that happened inside the Weapons Lab. Aside from the screen you're looking at right now, which allows you to see all your new prototypes and all fancy things, one of the big changes, or well, maybe it's not big to you, but one of the changes is the laser beam damage. So back in the day, one of it yesterday, I guess, Laser Beam number 1 did 32 damage. That is fortunately unchanged. However, Laser Beam number 2 back in the yesterday did 48 damage per second. That has been upgraded to 64. And Laser Beam number 3 back in the yesterday did 64 damage. This now does 96 damage. Very exciting stuff. Also, the old Doom Cannon got a little bit of a refresh, if you would. The Doom Cannon now actually has a slightly smaller targeting radius. So, very interesting shift there. I guess you're going to have to go with the Grappler to break up the T-Meds. But, that's okay. Why would you not want the Grappler? Also, I know previously in the other videos, I did mention that HQ level was required for building things. That's completely wrong. I apologize. Obviously, it is based on the Weapons Lab level. So, now that we've covered that, let's just switch things up here. I'm going to click through. Wanted to cover a few of the other changes. As you can see right here, the non-maxed out residences also got themselves a little bit of an upgrade, which is very exciting. I like the way things look. And also, honestly, the HD residence I think is very cool, so that's just a personal thing, I guess. But keep an eye open, regardless of your level, of what your new houses look like. Also, I can't miss this one because I know people would, lose their mind. I have very exciting, very important news for everybody in the world who has critters. Hope you're ready for this. Blammo. Wait for it. Oh, look at those mines blow up. That is correct. Supercell has gone out of their way and fixed the, I guess, bug? With the bugs. They now trigger mines properly, even if they don't run across them. If they land on top of them and they are attacking, they will kick off those mines. So hopefully that'll help everybody looking to do some Smoky Zuka or Smoky Warrior, or just, you know, like anything that you want to get rid of mines for. Honestly, let's be honest. Okay. Now, on top of that very exciting change, you'll see on your screen the invite back button. That is right. If you accidentally kick someone out of your task force, and I know that I guess my old task force, the one I normally reside in while I'm not doing my task force jumping, we actually lost someone due to an accidental kick. You know, someone's not paying attention, hits the wrong name and gone, or they get bumped on a bus and things go haywire. Fortunately, now there is a way to recover that individual, especially if they are as cool as the person that got kicked out, unfortunately, from our task force. If you're watching, sorry guy, wasn't intended. Anyways, you click on the invite back button, they get the option to come back and rejoin the fun jamboree. Now, there are a bunch of other bug fixes. I can't go through them all, but I do want to touch on matchmaking. Arlight already posted a big thread on the matchmaking, kind of explaining how it works, but I'm going to hit it quickly anyways. If you want more detail, you can go to the Supercell forums, check out his thread. It's got everything you need, including a little picture. So, back in the day, VP was obviously what matchmaking was done on. Now it looks like there's a sliding scale where you will be matched based on VP and HQ level, but only if your VP is really low. So for example, if you're an HQ 20 and you have 1,000 VP, you will be matched purely based on VP. HQ level has nothing to do with it. However, if you're that same level 20 HQ and you've got 100 VP, you will be matched based on your HQ 20 as well as your 100 VP, which means you're going to get tougher opponents than just the good old-fashioned 100 VP HQs, which is very exciting. Hopefully that'll pull people out of, you know, being max level with 300 VP, just kind of chilling, and throw them into the mix. Okay, the next big exciting update or bug fix that I know I've been looking for, the Cryoneers don't wander anymore. That's right, they did some gene splicing and they cut out all of the Scorcher and got rid of it. The Cryoneers will actually sit back, target one defense, and keep targeting it until they die, or it dies, or you flare them somewhere else. So that is very exciting. Again, that was actually shown in my Grappler video. Just saying. So if you want to take a look, you can take a look at the Grappler video again, maybe. And then, okay, all of this has just really been the build-up to the super cool, super exciting, brand new boombox. As you can see here, and keep in mind this is a test version, I guess, so it may not have the exact same or the exact same stories, if you would, but basically at the top you've got an awesome little countdown on when things are coming, and then you've got different stories which you can click on and will redirect you to where you want to go, as well as, you know, ways of contacting Boom Beach down at the very bottom. You can use, you know, forums and YouTube and all those fun things. But there is also a For You tab, which is specifically geared towards you and your progress through the game. So, for example, if you've recently upgraded to HQ 21, it'll tell you some of the features and troops that you get at HQ level 21. It'll show you different guides and videos and things that may actually apply to what you're going through in the game, which is very exciting. And currently has a really cool loading tank. I like it. I don't know. I'm fond of the T-Med, so you know. Anyways, guys, these are just some of the changes you can expect to see in the new Boom Beach. Hopefully, you will enjoy them. Hopefully, you enjoyed this video, and hopefully, and most importantly, you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching.